So when you say that you eat anything you want now, I'm imagining that your diet today is still different than what your diet was like before you had that bad episode in the hospital, because you're much more knowledgeable about nutrition now, right?
I have so for one thing, I have a lot less variety in my diet now, which is not it's not a restriction. It's just I pretty much have the same lunch every day because it's massive and I love it.
What is it? Can you share it with us?
Sure.
Can you make it for us?
Can I what?
Can you make it for us?
Yeah, well, come on over. It's enough to feed several people. So first of all, one of the things that I found, and this is, again, I fine tune this up all the time, but basically in the most recent couple of months, I only eat between typically noon and 8 p.m. or sometimes 11 and 7 p.m. But basically my 8 most active hours. So, some might call that a compressed eating window. Some might call it intermittent fasting. Mm-hmm. Basically, my body, which is still technically predisposed to an illness, mm-hmm. has 14 hours a day where it doesn't have to digest food. Mm-hmm. So that's actually really great. And it's also been amazing for my productivity and for focus, and I just like it. So basically, I do stuff the whole morning. My wife and I are here with the kids, getting them ready for school. We do all what we have to do. And I go about my morning, and then around noon, I make my version of huevos rancheros, which is 2 to 3 eggs, pastured eggs, really great eggs, a whole avocado, some black beans, a really fresh, delicious salsa, kimchi or sauerkraut, depending on how I'm feeling that day, but that's sort of my fermented source of food, mm-hmm. a full fat, really good local cheese. There's a dairy right near us that makes this amazing cheese. Mm-hmm. And is there something else in there? And then olive oil and MCT oil as well. And then I'll have usually I'll have a pretty big ass smoothie next to that.
Nice. What's in the smoothie?
Okay. So the smoothie
I want to know. I'm going to fix this as soon as we're done.
It's important. An underripe banana, because that provides resistant starch, mm-hmm. which is becoming kind of popular now. But resistant starch is basically something that is, you get it from potatoes or plantains or green bananas, and it's basically your body doesn't digest it very well, but that's actually a good thing. It ferments and it promotes really good gut bacteria. Mm-hmm. So green banana, raw cacao nibs from this company, Navitas Natural, I love. A really amazing it was called upgraded whey. It's a whey protein from the Bulletproof Executive. Some L-glutamine powder, a whole bunch of chia seeds, a very basic green powder. So it doesn't have like 140 ingredients in it. It's got like 8 ingredients in it, this thing I really like. Mm-hmm. And water is the liquid. Usually I'll put some full fat Greek yogurt in there. Mm-hmm. And then I think there's one more thing. Oh, and then some more MCT oil. So the whole meal usually is about 2,800 calories.
Wow.
I love it.
And that's your lunch?
That is my lunch, yes.
And then do you eat a dinner and a snack as well, or 2 or 3 snacks?
No. So yes, I'll have a dinner. I really try not to snack. It's been a problem for me before. One of the, which we should talk about this, but one of the things that was a result of Ironman, which I was not, when I was doing Ironman, I was eating like 9,000 calories a day and it was mostly carbs. Now my diet is much more fat-based. But mm-hmm. when I finished Ironman, I had like addictive level, massive sugar cravings for a long time. Yeah. Because I just wasn't feeding myself those carbs anymore. So that took a while to like break that cycle. So I try not to snack, and then I'll usually have like a light dinner, usually like a small salad with some salmon. Typically, I try to eat salmon as often as possible.